My wife confessed, I cheated because I needed a stronger man. Then her family blamed me. I laughed, grabbed my keys, and left forever while her world collapsed. I sat there, watching her, my wife, no, the woman I thought was my wife, stood across from me, arms crossed, staring at the floor like a child caught doing something bad, except she didn't look guilty, she looked indifferent. Then she said it, I cheated because I needed a stronger man. I almost laughed, not because it was funny, but because of the sheer absurdity of it. Stronger? Stronger how? Physically, emotionally, financially? None of it made sense. But what hit me the hardest wasn't the confession itself, it was the way she said it, like it was some logical conclusion, like it was something I should have expected all along. I let the words sit in the air between us. I wanted to see if she'd take them back, if she'd show even the slightest bit of regret, but she didn't. She just stood there, waiting for me to react, like my pain was some kind of experiment she was conducting. And then her family spoke. Well, can you blame her? I turned my head slowly, almost in disbelief. It was her mother who had said it, arms folded just like her daughter, same expression on her face, like they had rehearsed this moment, like they had been waiting for it. You've always been passive, her father chimed in, she needed more from you. A real man would have seen the signs. Her sister, sitting on the couch with her legs crossed, just shrugged. Honestly, we all saw it coming. I could feel it then, the walls weren't closing in, but something shifted inside me. It wasn't heartbreak, it was clarity, a kind of realization that felt so sharp it could cut through steel. They weren't defending her, they were blaming me. I glanced back at my wife. She still hadn't said a word, letting them speak for her, like they always did. I had spent years with this woman, given her everything. I had worked tirelessly to provide a life we could build together, and this was the thanks I got, not just betrayal, but complete disrespect, as if I had brought it on myself. I exhaled slowly, there was no point in arguing, I knew that now. They had already made up their minds about me. The truth was, it had never really been my marriage, it had always been theirs, a family affair where I was just the extra piece, the provider, the outsider, who was tolerated until I wasn't useful anymore. I looked at her one last time, searching for something, anything, that would make me feel like I was losing something important, but I felt nothing. That's when I smiled, and that's when I laughed. The laughter left my lips before I even thought about it. It wasn't forced, it wasn't a reaction I planned, it just came out, pure, raw amusement at the insanity of the situation. That's when the room exploded. Are you seriously laughing right now? Her sister snapped, her voice dripping with disbelief. Her mother leaned forward, her expression twisting into something close to disgust. This is exactly what we're talking about. You don't take things seriously, no wonder she needed someone else. I shook my head, looking at them all, letting my eyes settle on each one of their faces. They weren't just against me, they were convinced I was the villain in all of this. You're pathetic, her father muttered, shaking his head like he was embarrassed for me. Your wife is telling you she had to go elsewhere for what she needed, and this is how you react? Her sister scoffed, honestly, just leave already, you clearly don't deserve her. I almost wanted to ask what exactly I had done to deserve this, but I didn't. There was no point, in their eyes, I had already lost, and they weren't going to let me forget it. My wife, she was still silent, still standing there, letting them fight her battle for her, like she always did. It was almost funny how predictable it was. I sighed, rubbing my temple. So let me get this straight,